somebody grabbing these graphics?
I just
wanna know.
Googled it, man. Just
Okay,
freaking
that's
Respawn Recruits, Googled it, and downloaded off the old intro web.
So, do you want to go first or want me to go first?
Doesn't matter. I mean, are we gonna go like one after the other question type thing,
Oh, that's a good
or?
point.
All right, so you
All right,
want
so
me to start it, or you start it? What?
doesn't matter to me.
All right.
On Instagram and TikToks, like, I'm fuck, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty bad at this already.
All right, we can
Um,
clip it. We can clip
I was
it.
gonna
We
say.
can cut and edit.
Hello, everyone. My name is Acorn, also known as Tyler. I'm a variety streamer over on Twitch, and I've been dabbling into fitness, into TikTok and Instagram and YouTube Shorts. And then this is kind of with this week's challenge, we've been tasked with trying something out of our usual bag and exploring with other recruits. And I've never really done like an interview or like podcast style thing. And my buddy Low here is obviously doing the same thing. Low, if you want to introduce yourself.
What's going on, guys? My name is LowhsFPS. I'm also just a content creator trying to do my thing, a part of Respawn Recruits here, the Invitationals, which is right now. Like Acorn said there, that we're doing a challenge this week where we kind of haven't done, or like dabbling in some content creation that we haven't really done before, which podcast interview as well. For me, I haven't done. Usually just like an Apex FPS streamer, content creator with a little bit of lifestyle type content thrown in, as well as like TikTok, all the Facebook Reels, Instagram Reels, and streaming on Twitch as well. I started on Facebook. Yeah, I started on Facebook gaming though. I don't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like in
Nice.
2019. Yeah, it was really popping off. So we built a really good community over there, and unfortunately, like it just kind of fell apart. But we're trying to rebuild and just stay positive and move forward. But a little bit about me anyway. So Acorn, what type of content do you create, and what platforms do you use to share it?
So I started off streaming Pokemon originally. I was a huge Pokemon streamer.
Nice.
And then with some life events and stuff like that, I take a little hiatus. And then I finally came back after about a year and a half and kind of started doing some variety stuff. I'm an Apex streamer. I've been dabbling a little bit into Fortnite, and then sometimes we do some spooky things. And I was really on a Baldur's Gate 3 kick, but
Okay.
man, oh man, that game so much longer than I thought it was going to be. Me and my buddy put 63 hours in it. I don't even think we're halfway through it.
No way.
So that's going on the back burner for a little bit. But one of the biggest things that I've been dabbling in recently is more fitness content. I myself have lost like 150 pounds.
Wow.
And, I'm kind of.
That's awesome. Hell yeah.
Thanks, man. It's been a very long journey, and I'm finally starting to think that I know what I'm doing now.
Nice.
And I've done. My brain works to where I become obsessed with thumping, and I have to completely know everything about it. So I've been really locking it in. I started at 375, and now I'm down to like 220.
Nice.
I want to lose about another 20 more pounds, and then I'm gonna go from there. But my short form content has been more geared towards like the fitness side of things. So
love that. That's awesome. Good stuff.
How about yourself, man?
Type of content that I create is mainly around Apex Legends. Been doing a lot of rank grinding.
Nice.
A lot of just like challenges and whatnot, and like kind of some tutorials on there, like short form for the TikToks and the Reels on YouTube and Facebook. So I also have started dabbling into more like lifestyle content as well, just kind of like day in the life, getting ready for a stream, out and about wearing like, you know, esports merch and stuff like that, as well as some tech style reviews. I've actually branded with a few partnered with a few companies that have sent me products that I've been doing reviews on and sending them back as well. So it's a little bit about me, and you know, the platforms I shared on, all the normal Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Threads I've been dabbling in as well. So
ooh, what do you think about Threads? I have it. Don't know anything about it.
I don't know anything about it either. I've been growing pretty much every day, like a few followers here and there. I think we're almost up to 600 on Threads, but I don't know what I'm doing, so I'm just, you know, trying it out, see what happens.
Okay. Did you say how many followers on Threads?
Like 600 right now. But
600 followers on Threads?
Yeah.
I think I got like 12. Man, that's insane. That's incredible.
I don't know where they come from, but it just, you know, I just throw the content up, use kind of same hashtags and the same posting schedule. So
okay. Lowe's, can you share a bit about your content creation routine and schedule?
Well, that's a funny question because I don't really have a routine or schedule. I work shift work. It's not really shift work. I work straight days, but it's like staggered days. I work 12-hour shifts. I'm a surveillance supervisor at a casino.
Oh,
So,
nice.
yeah,
That's fancy.
it's interesting. That's for sure. Every day's different, but yeah. So I kind of just like plan around what I'm working for the week and try and schedule some streams, put it out on my timeline when I'm going to be live, and then with for like content creation. Is that what was the question? I wrote these questions and I can't even remember it.
So it was a schedule, or it was how do you engage with your audience and keep them interested in your content?
Okay, so yeah, that basically when I'm like I put basically I'll share when I'm going live, let them know in advance. Like I'll give like a week schedule type thing here and there on my timeline stuff. So nice. And then when I'm streaming, you know, just try and keep the audience engaged. We're just asking questions, talking to them, saying what's up, seeing how their day is going, this and that. So yeah.
Nice.
There's a same question to you. How do you engage with your audience, keep them interested in the content?
So I'm a silly little goose, and my brain runs at 120 miles an hour no matter what.
That's
fast. When I have like a new first time chatter or something along those lines, I usually have like a random 3 questions that'll come to my head. It's almost like, what's your top 3 favorite foods, no particular order, your favorite color, and your 3rd favorite dinosaur. You really got to hit them with the last one, because then they're like, yeah, do I like T-Rex? No, maybe Stegosaurus. Like, I mean, a Velociraptor would be kind of tough.
I'm literally thinking about it right now because I'm like, those are some random questions, especially that last one.
I love giving them the no particular order, because if it's like, what's your top 3 favorite foods? Like, spaghetti's pretty good, man. But like, if it's no particular order, they don't feel as pressured.
Yeah.
So like that's how I handle like a first time chatter. But like on my stream, I have a lot of interactive things on my channel. So I have like dance parties and karaoke's and a lot of I utilize channel points a lot for like different on-screen things. Right. There's this additive on thing called Triggerify, which basically it allows like movies that you've green screened that can pop up for a certain channel point redemption. Nice. And I use those a lot. And then keep them. Yeah. So that's basically how I've been trying to keep everybody in the loop. Plus I'm wacky, man. I be saying some things that just don't make sense half the time. I'll be looking over and like, I'm trying to think of something. We got on a crazy topic of like middle school crushes one day.
Oh, no way.
Rants about that and all sorts of stuff like that. So
yeah, that would be a pretty good topic.
Brain goes 120 miles an hour. So
nice.
I don't know really what you're gonna see.
Yeah. I hear you. I'm gonna like flow into the next question because I kind of answered it already, but the content routine and schedule. So what's your content routine and schedule like then?
So I don't work a normal 9 to 5 Monday through Friday kind of job. I'm a sales rep for PepsiCo, and I work every single weekend, and I usually only get 1 day off. So it's usually Tuesday or Wednesday. Sometimes I'm lucky and I get both Tuesday and Wednesday off. But with that, I'm always live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, unless there's some really weird schedule, from 6 p.m. until roughly 10. It's kind of until I get tired. Sometimes I'm a little later, sometimes a little bit. Really depends on how the game's going, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
And so if we're grinding it out and doing really well, I'll stay up way late. If it's poopy pants time, then it's over at 10 o'clock on the dot.
You're cutting it short, eh? You're just saying, see you later.
But as for like my short form and stuff like that, I try to, this month I've been trying to post like at least once every single day just to keep consistency and get my stuff out there for the recruits and everybody to see. Nice. But when I'm not like hardcore in a challenge, I'm posting when I'm not streaming. So on like Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and Sundays.
Okay.
That way there's a day of Acorn pretty much. If unfortunately the downside of my job is I work like 50 to 55 hours. So it's very hard for me to make some time, but I try to bulk record and edit like one of those days and try to get enough for the week to come out.
Yeah, I got you. Nice. That's awesome. Awesome. I so just following up on the schedule type of question here. I recently started using buffer.com. I don't know if you've heard of it, but no. it's you connect all of your social media platforms and you can like pre-schedule post them all. Like there is a free version of the platform, so I think you can connect 3 accounts with the free one. And then you just like, I've scheduled my entire month pretty much, except for like outside of what our challenges are going to be with the recruits. But
Yeah.
like all my normal content for this month, I've already pre-planned and scheduled with this buffer.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, and you can upgrade your account and add more platforms if you wish as well.
Okay.
I find it super helpful, especially with my schedule. And I'm also a father of 2 boys, so I'm like always on the go, right?
Nice.
So yeah, just something to keep in mind if you're looking for a little bit of schedule routine.
I'm not going to check that out because I've not gonna lie, especially if I can sit down and do it all at one point in time, that's gonna be much better than me be like, all right, it's 6 o'clock on Tuesday, because that's another thing. I'm really trying to figure out the algorithm here and like what's the best time for things. I thought I had Sundays figured out, man. Sundays were my best TikToks, and then this Sunday I had like a really good one that I worked hard on, and it got hit with like 300 views. I was like, oh, never mind.
It's right in the gut.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, it is what it is. That algorithm's tough, man.
That's really tough. I agree, because with the, like you said, you got a video that you're really excited about and you're putting out and you're like, yeah, this one's gonna hit, and it doesn't. But then you put out some random whatever and it freaking gets thousands of views, and it's like, okay, what the heck is going on here, right? So I get you. All right.
So Lows, what do you enjoy most about being a content creator?
Well, I think it's the ability to create whatever the heck you want. You know, you can pretty much do anything. You can do any style of content you like. You can play any game you like and create content around it. You don't have to stick to one niche all the time. And you, on top of all that, meet a crap ton of people and are able to network with so many awesome other creators and get involved with things like Respawn Recruits and the Invitationals. As well as other opportunities that can come from being a content creator and just like throwing yourself into the world and the brand of gaming and sports and everything. So yeah, I think it's just a really cool industry to be a part of, and there's like no limitations on it. So yeah, what about yourself, man? What do you love about being a content creator? Hit me.
So I'm unique in the sense of do you know how a lot of people are like, man, I just hate editing, like I'd be able to do it if I didn't. I'm the exact opposite when it comes to sitting down and like recording myself. I'm right. So anyways, mashed potatoes, they're pretty, and I don't know, but when I have a vision in my mind, like later I have to do for another challenge, I'm doing like a master chef kind of style kitchen video, and like all last night I was like idealizing and planning, and I've got this and I want to do that, and like being able to make my ideas kind of come to life is what I really enjoy about content creation. But even before that, like one of the biggest reasons I got into streaming was because, like I said, I started off as a Pokemon streamer. I was Pokemon Sword and Shield was the first competitive Pokemon experience I had, where I played a little bit of competitive Sun and Moon, but like Sword and Shield just made it so easy. And I would shiny grind or like EV grind, and I used to watch a couple other Pokemon streamers, and like you're sitting there for hours just hatching eggs, dude, and like it gets boring. So I started streaming it so I could meet new people, and like it was just a fun experience. And then once I started like learning that I could make people laugh, and like I'd have some people come in with bad days, and for them to come in like to my community and be like, dude, I just want you to know I was having a really bad Tuesday, and you really turned it around for me. Being able to make someone smile makes me smile, you know. It's like that is, I think, the biggest drive that I have is being a content. I don't even like the content creator, right?
It's like the content creator.
It's as being I guess it really is a content creator. I don't know. That's what really does it for me. It's like to make my ideas come to life and to make people smile is like what really does it for me.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with that. That's awesome. Love that answer. All right. Going forward here, next question. Have you faced any obstacles or difficulties in your journey as a content creator, and how'd you handle them?
I've obviously, with, like I said earlier, my job has been pretty hard because it's a lot of hours, and your job don't care what you're doing after work or when you've got to be up or closed, or if you have a hobby. So that's made things a little bit tough, but I finally found the right balance between like when to tell my work no, or like when to call it for a night on like Twitch, or if I'm editing and stuff like that. I've had a couple relationships too where they would not see the passion that I have for it.
Okay, yeah.
And so it would come down to between like it's me or that, because they don't understand, like it's a grind. Like that's the biggest thing that no one understands. Well, a lot of people like in the field, like you and I know, but like the ones that want to get into it, they don't understand how much you actually have to grind to like grow. And like when you're not streaming, you're editing clips and trying to get things ready for TikTok. And so when you're constantly glued to a computer, and it's very hard to balance it. And so unfortunately, there have been relationships that I had to kind of come to an end, but you know, eventually it'll all make it. It'll all work out, man. It's gonna.
For sure.
Is what it is.
Yeah, exactly. It is what it is.
How about yourself?
Obstacles and difficulties, I would definitely have to say like streaming schedule and like staying consistent with my content and streams. Definitely, like it's hard, right? Being full-time worker or full-time dad and husband, and just like everything in life that you've got going on. Like for instance, right now my wife and I were selling our house. Like usually my gaming room is not this empty, right? Like I'll have pictures and signs up here, but we're supposed to depersonalize the house to allow buyers to envision themselves within our space. So yeah, that's been a long month and a half so far. So it's been tough to like get online and stream and do my normal thing, right? So definitely that, and you know, just I try and stay positive as best I can and try and keep my head up, and you know, just say like basically whenever I can get on and create content, and that's it. But and then I think the other thing that really I struggle with sometimes is imposter syndrome. Just like I don't like the whole content creator thing, you know how we were like saying in quotes content creator. I kind of feel that way sometimes, like I'm impostering a content creator, like I'm not an actual creator type thing. But I mean, a creator is really anything, buddies. Like how do you really define it? I just gotta keep telling myself. I mean,
that's the other thing too. Is like as time's gone on, especially with this year. I don't know about you, but like I a year back I was kind of lax with it, and I would, but this last, I would say, full year, I've been really honing it in and being consistent. And there's only a few streams I've had to cancel and stuff like that, and it's really starting to pay off. And I'm like getting feedback where it's like, hey man, that was great. Like there's a couple TikToks that I've had that people really liked, and I felt really, really confident about the first challenge we did. That's the first YouTube video I've done in ages, and like I took everything I've learned editing wise to the max, and like it felt good to get good feedback.
Right.
So I see what you're saying there.
Yeah, for sure. I love that.
So what are some areas that you would want to explore in content creation? Like, are you wanting to dabble in anything new?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely. So like I mentioned before, I used to stream on Facebook Gaming, and we built a really awesome community over there. And I started out building that community playing racing games, actually, not even Apex Legends. So I want to get back into that. So it's kind of something that I've already done. But once all this, like I said, we're selling the house and everything, we're moving. Once all that's over and done with, I'm going to be building myself a racing sim.
That's what I was going to ask, if you did another racing simulator.
Yes, so that's kind of like I want to get back into the racing style content, but also it's something new where it would be like a racing sim setup, right? So it would be newer or newish style content, but sort of similar content to what I used to. It kind of sounds confusing, but like
no, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
with the racing simulator thing, like, are you gonna have like the ultra wide? So I guess when you make your content, are you gonna be streaming your screen or you in the cockpit of it all?
I don't know. It might be like a double camera setup. So me in the cockpit with the, like, you can see everything, but then also a face cam as well type thing. I haven't really worked it out fully yet, but like you said, it's going to be a whole like ultra wide. It's going to be a whole unit setup thing. I've already been looking into a bunch of different cockpit style setups. Man. So yeah, I'm excited, and I really want to get into it. And I'm excited to start it.
Nice.
Hopefully I
Nice.
can make it happen.
Oh, I bet you can, man.
Yeah.
Like, you seem like you got a lot figured out, so
Yeah.
I think you're gonna absolutely crush that. Plus, man, something about I don't know anything about racing. I barely know anything about cars.
Yeah.
But the amount of times I'll be scrolling through TikTok and I'll see like people in those racing simulators, I'm like, I need one of those. I'll use it once a month, but
right?
I need one of those right now.
Yeah,
I'd use it every day if I had one. I probably wouldn't because I don't know anything about cars and racing. What racing games are you?
So like Horizon style, like Horizon Motorsports,
Okay.
Horizon 5, 4,
Nice.
Need for Speed, all the Need for Speed games I used to grow up playing. And then personally, outside of gaming, I was into the car scene. I modified cars.
Nice.
I went to major shows and won quite a few trophies and whatnot. So I've since retired from the car scene just to focus on more adult things, right? But
the car scene sounds pretty expensive, if I'm being honest.
It is. But I'll probably get something back to it and really go back to my everything.
Okay.
Yeah. But what about yourself? What do you want to get into that you haven't already been doing?
So a big thing that because I was up until most recently like just doing the gaming thing and along those lines, but like I said earlier with the whole fitness aspect of stuff, like I really want to explain. Like that's not the way I want to word it. I really want to, I guess, try to help people.
Okay.
Like anybody that might have questions, because I, as a bigger person, knew it was super hard for me to get comfortable with like trying to lose weight, and you would ping pong and like you'd lose motivation.
Right.
Or maybe you're too nervous to go to a gym, and because I lost my first 80 pounds before I even went into a gym. Like,
wow.
I was way too nervous. I did like some home gym stuff,
right.
But I really want to like branch into that area and like maybe get some like workout clips going on. This is a workout I want to try. This is some like explain what a TDEE calculator, which is your total daily energy expenditure, and that's kind of how to find like what your daily macros, your calories you should be taking in. I think that's a big help that a lot of people can find.
Yeah, that
as well as like recipe videos. I love to cook. I was raised by my grandma, and she taught me how to cook. So I've got a lot of low calorie, like high protein or just fun like treats that I want to start like branching out into the internet and like, hey, try this sugar-free pudding cheesecake that's got like 50 grams of protein in it and stuff like that.
Sign me up for that, because that sounds great.
Honestly, a lot of people think that you've got to eat like everything's. It's the chicken and rice propaganda that everybody's like, I don't want to eat chicken and rice for 5 meals a day.
Yeah,
you don't have to do that. A lot of people do that because it's super easy to do.
Right.
But you can have a lot of other foods. You can have burgers and fries. Like later tonight, I'm having burgers and fries. Like, of course, I'm not going to McDonald's to get them, but like I can make something equivalent to McDonald's at home for one, cheaper, because the price of everything nowadays is way too expensive, and two, much better for you. So like those are some areas that I really want to dabble in. So also might happen, probably won't, because like you said, cars are expensive. I'm super into setup side of TikTok right now.
Ooh, yes.
And so I'm obsessed with like trying to turn this room into something. Like it's very empty right now and very not well lit, but that's because it's completely taken apart. But like when it's done, it's gonna look something good.
Nice. Well, I mean, you did mention to me prior to this that you were moving your setup around and stuff. Yeah. But I totally get where you're coming from. The whole setup side of like Instagram and TikTok and like seeing these super clean setups and like the cinematics behind it, the B-roll, like I agree, it's freaking cool.
I'm learning about B-roll right now. I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get that down.
So. Well, I look forward to watching that content.
Absolutely. And I guess final question.
Yeah.
What would you suggest for those that are wanting to get into content creation?
Just freaking do it. There's no right way or wrong way to get into it. You don't need the best equipment. You don't need the best cameras, gaming setups, whatever. Whatever you have right now at home is the best setup to get started with. Just got to do it. And if you have anybody that's, around you that's already doing it, ping pong ideas off them. Ask the questions. Say, how did you get started and what do I need to do? But like ultimately, you need to just get out there and do it. You don't even have to start with a camera at first. You can just start with the gameplay, a mic, whatever you're interested in playing, and go from there.
I agree.
Yeah, you just gotta do
agree.
it. Yeah.
I agree. The only thing I would actually add is I've had a few friends that are wanting to get into content creation, and they think that they have to mimic. Don't mimic. Don't like create who you are. Be true and genuine. Now, obviously, you have like the Jinxies and the Sketches and the people that have like those personas. But like the biggest thing is like if you are miserable playing Rainbow Six Siege, but you think that you need to do that because Jinxie's doing it, don't play Rainbow Six Siege.
Right?
If you're miserable playing League of Legends, don't play League of Legends. Do what you want to do and have fun. Don't be scared of doing what makes you happy because you think it's not going to have you grow. The cool thing about Twitch is if somebody wants to watch Kingdom Hearts, they're going to go to Twitch and type in Kingdom Hearts, and you just happen to be playing Kingdom Hearts. And cool, guess what? Now you have somebody that, one, you can connect with and you're not trying to fake stuff with. And two, like it just, you'll mesh well better with them. Also, like you said, you don't have the best equipment. The one thing that everyone always wants a fancy camera. I was one of the suckers that want a fancy camera. I will say audio over video. I am so quick to turn away from a TikTok or anything if it's got poor audio. And then if they have the best camera in the world and it sounds like, like that, I'm gone. But if they have a pretty decent quality camera and they have crisp audio, all about it.
And you know what? That's actually something that I've been like struggling to work with as well. Like finding the perfect audio settings for your mic and stuff, and like all the filters that you can go through, and like it's crazy the amount of stuff you can go into with just audio.
God, no, I get it. I'm dabbling in that world 100%. And my room's so echoey right now because, like I said, it's empty, and I'm like, I hate it here so much.
Tell me about it. This thing's like got nothing in it. I'm sure I'm just echoing everywhere, but but yeah, no, I agree. You just gotta get into it and do it. Gotta start.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Do you have any closing thoughts on anything, or you want to wrap it up?
Honestly, all I want to close out with is say good luck to you. I enjoy watching your content. I hope you go all the way with the invitationals, and
same goes to you, man.
Great connecting with you.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
I would say the same thing. Thank you for the opportunity for this. I think this is really cool. I've never done it. This is definitely out of pocket for me.
For sure. Same.
Never podcasted. I don't have a work from home job either. So like the idea of sitting on a Zoom conference or anything like this in this nature is very different to me. Like my brain's always really like, gotta paint the ceiling sometimes. But no, thank you again for this opportunity. I really do appreciate it. And of course, thank you, Respawn, for giving me the opportunity, giving Low and I both the opportunity here to participate with these other great creators. We were lucky enough to make it to the top 75, so all we can hope for is the next top 50, baby.
Respawn, thank you so much. Also known as Chair, as everybody says. So, but thank you as well. And I hope things work out for you and myself, and we're both up there at the end of it. So.
I want to see your name up there, brother. You got this.
Same, man. I appreciate the opportunity. This was great, and we'll catch you again.
Absolutely.
All right. Later, everyone.
Bye, guys.